Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our Set It virtual information session. My name is Elia Acosta. I am an assistant director here at Johns Hopkins with the School of Education. And we're very happy that you've decided to spend this afternoon or evening with us as you come to find more about our program that we offer here at the School of Education. So just to start off, I do want to let everyone know that this session is being recorded. So this will be uploaded on our website for your future reference, and also additionally for every student who has registered here tonight, you will also receive an email with the recording as well. There is a Q&A function on the Zoom space, so feel free to use that Q&A as we kind of go through. I will let everyone know that at the very end, we will have some time and space to field questions that may arise. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and give everyone here an overview of what the next half hour to an hour looks like. So I'll talk a little bit about the School of Education from just an overview perspective. At that point, Dr. Shelton will kind of talk more about the teacher outlook, the mild to moderate pathway, set an overview, and I will return later this afternoon to talk about the admission requirements and the timeline along with financial aid and scholarship. Brittany here will also talk about the Montgomery County tuition reimbursement, and then we'll end with a Q&A at the very end. So just to start off, just to again give you kind of a general overview of what the School of Education looks like. We're more than proud to say that we are ranked number 8 in the best education schools by the U.S. News World and Report. Our total enrollment is 1,741, so just under 2,000 students. We have 109 full-time faculty, 15 joint emerity or courtesy appointments. Typically per year, we award 920 degrees, and we have a growing alumni network of 24,000. We're one of 10 schools within Johns Hopkins University, and you will see kind of the breakdown of our demographics there when it comes to gender. We are 24% international students coming from 47 different countries. And then again, you'll see kind of the breakdown of race and ethnicity there on the screen. So on to the next slide here, you will see the faculty members for special education. With us here today is Dr. Shelton, which she'll introduce herself and give you a little information about herself here in a bit. But we also have Dr. Martyr, who's an associate professor and faculty lead, and Dr. Rebecca Cruz, who's an assistant professor. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Shelton, and she'll take you on into the next slides.
Thank you. And hi, everyone, for being here. So just to get started about why this matters, there is a critical shortage of special education teachers in the United States. That's 49 states, including Maryland, that have reported such a shortage. And things got worse because of the pandemic. There's an even greater need for well-trained special education teachers. And so for this reason, states and districts have needed to find or create innovative ways to expand the number of well-trained special education teachers to address the shortage and to increase diversity. And our program has one of these innovative ways with our partnership with Montgomery County Public Schools. Next slide. So we have 3 pathways in the special education program here at Hopkins, and I'm focusing on the mild to moderate disabilities pathway. On the next slide, you can see a bit more information about the pathway. It is for candidates who plan to serve students with disabilities. The focus of this pathway is on gaining expertise and applying specialized techniques within a wide range of educational settings. This is the pathway that leads to initial certification in special education in the state. And there are 2 tracks, so to speak. There's the elementary middle track. So our students who are on this track receive training to support students in grades 1 through 8. And students on the secondary adult track receive training to support students in grades 6 through 12. So this is the way that students in our program seek initial certification. And one thing that I want to point out is that MMD stands for mild to moderate disabilities, but it is the pathway that students who are interested in serving any students with disabilities, regardless of setting or specific disability, this is the pathway for them. So I don't want anyone to feel discouraged or feel like this is not the pathway for them if they are planning to work with students who have more extensive support needs, for example. It's just the title, but this, again, is the way for folks to seek initial certification in our program. So here are our courses on the elementary middle track. So our program consists of 13 courses. Most of our courses are taken by all candidates. However, there are some classes that are track specific. So for example, on this slide, you see that spoken and written language is in bold because this is a course that is specific to the elementary middle track. And then on the next slide, you see pretty much the same classes with some exceptions. One of those exceptions is the Career Assessment and Programming course. This is specific to the secondary adult track. So we have a lot of flexibility in our program. We have courses in the summer, fall, and spring. Our courses in the summer are all online. But our classes that are in person tend to be in the evening or late afternoon. So we have about an even split between in-person classes and online classes. But the benefit of the online classes and the late afternoon/evening classes is that it really helps to meet the needs of working professionals. So most of our students are working during the day and then attending class 1 to 2 days a week or 1 to 2 evenings a week. Our classes that are in person meet in Laurel, Maryland at the Applied Physics Lab. So it's a nice midpoint between Montgomery County and Baltimore City where the Hopkins School of Education is. And then the last thing that I want to note is that our program can be completed in 2 years. So it starts in the fall of students' first year, and then they typically complete the program by the spring of the following year, the following academic year. So here is a bit of information about what it takes to graduate with eligibility for special education certification. So there are 2 praxis exams, one in special education and one that is reading specifically. There is a comprehensive exam that all students complete at in the fall semester of their second year, which gives them an opportunity to demonstrate what they've learned so far in the program. And then for students who are seeking certification, which most of our students do, there is a portfolio that students complete at the end of their second year. So this portfolio is a performance-based assessment that gives students the opportunity to demonstrate their knowledge and skills by the end of the program. And then there's also a graduate project and presentation, which is optional for students who are seeking certification. So here's a bit of information about SETIT specifically. SETIT stands for Special Education Teacher Immersion Training, and this is our partnership with MCPS. It's open to permanent MCPS school-based employees. Just like I shared earlier, it's a 2-year program, so cohort members can complete the program in 2 years. They will graduate with their master's in special education and be eligible for certification in special education with the state. The course of study is delivered in a prescribed series of courses that students take with the rest of their cohort. And again, completion of the program allows for certification in special education, either for the elementary middle grades, which are grades 1 through 8, or the secondary adult grades, which are grades 6 through 12. Another thing to note is that cohort members should have job placements that align with the appropriate grades. So if you're interested in the elementary middle track, as an MCPS employee, you should be working in a school that is an elementary school or a middle school so that you can complete your job embedded internship where you work. So there are two internships that are a part of the program, and candidates who are a part of SEDIT can complete those internships in a classroom, typically the classroom where they're already working. You also have access to your same salary, your same benefits as an MCPS employee, and partial tuition support, which can help support your enrollment in our program. And then one thing I do want to say about that is that it is for official employees, permanent employees, and so it's not open to substitute teachers. But one other thing that I wanted to share with you all is that there is an opportunity called Rise TC, which can provide students with or candidates in MCPS with additional financial assistance. So the ideal SEDIT candidate has a bachelor's degree in any area already, and that's because our School of Education is a graduate school of education, so we have master's degree programs and higher. The ideal candidate already has their bachelor's degree and is seeking initial certification in special education through a state-approved program, which ours is. They're also planning to serve students with disabilities and can commit to 2 years of intensive graduate coursework. And they're able to demonstrate all admissions requirements, which you'll hear about soon, and of course are willing to work and study hard.
Thank you, Dr. Shelton. So I'm actually going to go past these slides just because Brittany does need to leave a little bit earlier here tonight. So Brittany is going to talk specifically about the MCPS tuition reimbursement. So at this point, I'll go ahead and let you take over.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Brittany Ramey. It's great to see each of you here. Some of you may know me as Brittany Mackle. I know I get that question every info session. I did change my name, so it's now Brittany Ramey, but I am the same person. So in terms of MCPS tuition reimbursement, there's a lot of amazing things that you get because this is a partnership with MCPS. As Dr. Shelton already alluded to, in order to be eligible for this particular partnership, you do need to be a permanent employee of MCPS. That means you're working in a position of 0.5 or more, or 20 hours or more per week. It also means that you are benefits eligible. So if you have health insurance, for example, through MCPS, you are benefits eligible. Because this is a partnership, you are allowed to exceed that 9 credits per fiscal year that's in your negotiated agreement. We recognize that for this particular program, you need more than that to stay on pace with your cohort. You are automatically approved for that. There's nothing you need to do for that. Something you do want to keep in mind, though, is that you're basically borrowing from future reimbursement. So as you exceed that 9 credits, you're taking from future years. So when you're done with the SEDIT program, you will have to wait a year or two before you're eligible for reimbursement again. So, by that time, you will all be special education teachers at MCPS. You will probably want the break from school, so I don't foresee that being an issue. But just in case, I did want to make that known. I also wanted to make sure that you knew that in order for MCPS to pay for your tuition or provide you with reimbursement, for our support professionals, you need to earn an A, B, or a C in your courses. For our teachers, because I know we do have some certified teachers on the call, you must earn an A or a B. So anything lower than that, not that any of you will receive anything lower than that, but anything lower than that, you will need to pay out of pocket. So it's extremely important that if, we know life happens, if something is to get in the way of you being successful in a course, you reach out to myself and Dr. Shelton sooner rather than later so that we can come up with a plan with you, put interventions in place. So you want to keep that in mind as well. If there are any questions, I put my email in the chat. If you're not sure about your eligibility, tuition reimbursement, please let me know. Keep in mind, SEDIT is a little different in that reimbursement is not automated. So you do need to wait until you finish that course. And again, for our teachers, even our conditionally certified teachers, you must earn an A or a B. For our support professionals, A, B, or C. Once you have earned those grades, you fill out the paperwork, you submit proof of payment, all to our tuition reimbursement unit. You want to do that within 60 days of finishing a course. The website is here and the phone number is here as well, just in case you have any questions. And our current rate of reimbursement is $414 per graduate credit. That is subject to change, but it tends to always go up. So the change is always in your favor. And I believe I covered everything, but again, please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions for me or if I can be a resource to you in any way.
Thank you, Brittany. So I'm going to go ahead and return to the admission application and timeline slides just to kind of give everyone here that additional information. So on the side, you'll see some of the materials, or not some, but all of the materials that we do require in order for your application to be complete. So typically in a candidate or in a student, we're looking at a cumulative undergraduate GPA of a 3.0 or better. We do look at your graduate level GPA if you've attempted or completed a master's or doctorate program at some point. So just keep that in mind that we will require those transcripts as well. You will have to complete an online application where you can apply directly through our portal account, and there is an application fee of $80. And like I mentioned earlier, we do need official transcripts from all post-secondary institutions that you've attended. That includes undergraduate or even graduate level schools. And I also do want to add that even if you only attempted 1 or 2 courses, right, or maybe didn't even finish the course, we will still require you to disclose that and provide official transcripts. For a transcript to be official, it does have to come directly from your former institution, and it has to be sent directly to us here at the School of Education. So we do review candidates, based on their academic performance, right? So you'll see that 3.0 that I mentioned earlier. I will say that, if you don't have a 3.0, I definitely do not feel discouraged in applying. We do a holistic review, and you'll see the testing scores that might be required if your GPA is less than a 3.0. But additionally, apart from your academic performance, we are looking at your essay and personal statement, which I'll add here in a few minutes, a link in the chat box that will give you a preview of the prompt that we ask you to respond to. We do ask for a resume and cover letter as well, and 2 letters of recommendation. So you do want to find 2 individuals that can recommend you, whether that's former faculty or professors or current supervisors or someone from your workplace. But we do require 2, and keep that in mind, right? Sometimes candidates or students will send more than 2 letters of recommendation. I do want to let everyone know that we will only look at the first 2 letters that do arrive to the School of Education. There is an interview as well. It's going to be completed either through phone, Zoom, and that's just to make sure that your career goals, right, your educational goals align with the program. So it's important for us, and it probably should also be important for you to make sure that your expectations, right, in terms of what you're looking for, line up with what we're offering. So the application is live for the fall of 2025. our deadline would be July 15th of 2025. So I know that that seems, as of right now, from today, like a very, very long time. But I always, we would always encourage applicants or students to complete your application as soon as possible. Just from the perspective, right, of that will give us additional time to read and review applications, but also, it gives us more time to correct material that may need corrections, right? So, if we need another transcript, right, you don't have to press for time to get that transcript to us. So if you know this program is going to be a good fit, I would always encourage you to apply as soon as possible, but with a deadline, right, being July 15th. So I know Brittany covered about the tuition reimbursement, but we do like to share what the tuition typically looks like for this program. So it's what you're going to see on this slide here is, an estimate based on 24 to 25 tuition and fees. So for a face-to-face master's and certificate program here at the School of Education, you're looking at around $1,086 per credit. So for a 3-credit course, it's approximately around 3,258. If the courses are online, just be aware that typically you will see a $20 per credit tech fee. In addition, you will also have $175 of a registration fee per semester and the $80 application fee that I mentioned earlier. So again, hopefully this kind of gives you a roadmap of what you need to do in order to complete your application with us here in the next few months. Whether it's Dr. Shelton or Brittany, feel free to reach out to us at any point during this process. We understand that pursuing a graduate level degree is a very important next step. So from our perspective here in the admissions office and the enrollment office, we want to make sure that all students have access to the information that they need in order to make a very informed decision on whether or not attending the program. But at this point, I am going to go ahead and open it up for Q&A. And as I was saying that, I almost forgot this slide here. So when it comes to financial aid and scholarships here at the School of Ed, there are institutional scholarships that are available. There is a separate scholarship application that you will complete. And similar to your undergraduate experience, we encourage all students who are eligible to submit and complete the FAFSA every year. So that FAFSA will allow you to be reviewed for merit and need-based scholarships here within the School of Ed. Again, you can always look at external scholarships. We do have a director of financial aid on our team within the enrollment management office. So as you kind of, again, move forward here in the spring and this becomes more of a reality, feel free to reach out to us and we're more than happy to connect you with that office to schedule a one-on-one appointment to kind of figure out, how funding or how does this look like for you in the fall of 2025. But again, I know for a lot of you, right, there's that MCPS tuition reimbursement, and Rebecca's always a great source in terms of fielding any questions that you might have about that. So we're going to go ahead and shift to the Q&A. So at this point, feel free to use that Q&A function to draw up any questions that you might have. I will say that the admissions office does have appointments, typically on a weekly basis. So if you prefer to do a one-on-one, feel free to schedule through our website, but we'll be here for the next 10 minutes to field any questions that you might have.
And while you're formulating your questions, I just wanted to talk a bit about RISE TC. I had mentioned this a little earlier, but it's another partnership that we have with MCPS that provides additional financial support to students in SEDIT or to candidates in SEDIT. So in addition to what's been shared as well or already, I just wanted to say that after you submit your regular application for our program, there's an opportunity to submit a supplemental application for RISE TC, and it provides more information about the stipend that comes with that each fall and spring semester. So I'm happy to answer any questions about that, but I'd really encourage you to apply for or to submit that supplemental application for additional financial support.
Thank you, Dr. Shelton. So we do have our first question here, and Dr. Shelton, you might be best to field this, but I'll read it out just so everyone has context here in the webinar. So state teaching certificate comes with graduation, or is this an additional process?
That's a good question. So in the state of Maryland, when you graduate, you'll have a stamp on your transcript. That means you're eligible for the state certificate, but you still have to be the one to submit your transcript and anything else to the state to get certified. So by the time you graduate, you will have met all the requirements, but the process is you actually submitting the paperwork. And that's what it is for all certifications, all schools in the state of Maryland.
And Dr. Shelton, I just wanted to add on, in MCPS, as long as you are an MCPS employee, you're a little bit spoiled because our certification team, you're actually going to submit that transcript to them and they will take care of all of it for you. So all you need to do is set up, and they'll send you the instructions. So don't feel you need to remember any of this, but you'll set up an account for something called the Teach Hub, and you will pay $10. Everything else is taken care of for you. You just need to make sure that that stamp on your diploma is there.
Good to know. Thanks.
So I did drop a few links there in the chat box, again, for your reference. So you can go ahead and open those and save those. But again, we'll be here for some additional minutes to field any questions, or if you feel like you've gathered the information that you've needed, feel free to leave the webinar or log out. But we'll be here for another few minutes. So if folks don't have any additional questions, we're going to go ahead and close this session. Again, I dropped a few links there in the chat box. So if anything does arise, feel free to reach out to us. Again, we're here to answer any questions that you might have. So don't hesitate to reach out to whether it's the admissions office, Dr. Shelton, or Rebecca. But other than that, enjoy your afternoon, or I probably should say enjoy your evening. And we hope to connect with everyone here in the future. Thank you.